Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. Welcome to this music theory lesson on the circle of fifths, part 2. So if you haven't watched my last video, I would recommend watching that one first because I basically go into all of the sharp keys and I explain how the circle of fifths work. But today I'm going to do the flat keys as I wanted to break it up into 2 videos just to make it a little bit more digestible. But basically, the sharp keys and the flat keys are accessed in the same way, only in reverse. So when we're in the key of C, because that was our starting point, you go up 5 notes within that scale to access the next key, which has 1 sharp. So I go up to the 5th of C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I get to G major, and that has 1 sharp in that key, which is an F sharp. I go up another 5 notes within the key of G major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I get to D major, which has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. But when I'm learning the flat keys, you basically just go down 5 notes. So if I go back 5 notes within the key of C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I get to F. And then F is my first key that has a flat. Now before I go into that, I want you to remember what we learned last about the mnemonic for the sharps, which was Father Christmas gave Dad an electric blanket. And the order in which the flat keys get added on is the exact reverse. So it's just Father Christmas gave Dad an electric blanket in reverse, or BEAD-GCF. You might want to remember that by thinking bead greatest common factor, or just simply bead GCF. I think that's quite memorable, or bead go catch fish, whatever one you can remember most. But the order in which it gets added on is just the reverse of how the sharps get added on, which is quite cool. And it explains how, again, everything in music is so interconnected. So as we went back 5 notes within our key of C to get to our first flat key F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 1 flat, which is a B flat. B flat. Okay, and now I go back another 5 notes within the key of F to get to my next flat key. So just remember, when you're going back like the notes, you have to include the notes that are in the key of F in this case, because that's the key that you're on. So I wouldn't hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because that B is not in the key of F major. That just sounds a bit weird. It's this B flat, because in the key of F you have a B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is my next key, which has 2 flats, B and E flat. B flat, E flat, B flat again. Okay, now I'm going to go back another 5 notes within the key of B flat to get my next flat key. I'm just going to jump up a little bit higher because I'm going to go to this B flat so I don't run out of keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so got E flat. E flat has 3 flats, B, E, and A. So again, it's like the family is expanding. It's not just like random flats coming in. It's always in this specific order. So if there's ever 3 flats in a key, it's going to be B, E, and A, because that's the order in which it gets added on. So now in the key of E, we have E flat, A flat, B flat, E flat again. Okay, so I will go back another 5 notes within the key of E flat to get my next key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get to A flat, and A flat has 4, B, E, A, and D flat. A flat, B flat, D flat, E flat, A flat again. Okay, and now I go back 5 notes within the key of A flat to get my next key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D flat. Now if you remember from the last video, this is the exact same key that we had before, which is just C sharp. So at the ending of the circle of fifths, they begin to overlap. D flat and C sharp are the exact same key. But in the key of the flats, there is 5 flats, B, E, A, D, and G flat. D flat, E flat, G flat, A flat, B flat, D flat again. Okay, now I'm going to go back 5 notes within the key of D flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I get to G flat, which has 6 flats, so we're nearly at the end. And again, G flat is the exact same key as F sharp, if you remember. So in the key of G, this note is called C flat, but like technically it's just B. But remember I was saying before that you don't really double up and say G flat, A flat, B flat, B. You have to include the C in some way, so that's why we're calling it C flat here in this instance. Okay, and now we're almost at the end at all 7 flats. I'm just going to jump up higher to this G flat and go back 5 notes within the key of G flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I get to C flat or B. Now, if I'm being honest, I don't think I've ever really had to play a song in the key of C flat because most people just write it as B major, not C flat. Maybe some psychopaths do write it in the key of C flat, but most people don't. So you usually don't really come across this key. But just for like theory reasons, it contains all 7 flats. C flat, D flat, E flat, F flat, G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat again. And then that's all of the flat keys. It's really nice to understand that C is the focus point or where we start in music because everything kind of comes back to C. C is the scale or the key that has all of the white notes. It's also the key that has all of the sharp notes. So like C sharp has all 7 sharps in it. And it's also the key that has all 7 flats. So C flat, which is technically B. So I guess that's why C major is so significant when we're learning music and understanding theory, because everything just kind of comes back around to C again. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. And be really proud of yourself for showing up and learning harmony in depth. It's going to be so beneficial. If you're sight reading anything, if you're creating music, if you want to improvise, understanding, like having a really deep understanding of how the keys actually work is going to be really helpful for everything in music. So if I were you, I would get a image of the circle of fifths, like a diagram, and just hang it up somewhere where you're playing or you're practicing your music and allow it just to like sink into your brain over time. That's what I do. I would hang diagrams around my room just so that I would see them constantly. So maybe you can just put it somewhere in clear sight that it's obvious to you so that you can be taking it in gradually over the next however long you want to learn it. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Take care everyone, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.